Hello, universe. Happy day of the week to you. I'm sure Factorio will show up on its own naturally, right? It did, actually, like, unironically. No fooling. I wasn't confident that it was going to show up. I don't know why it didn't show up in the first place, but I was like, maybe this is our end. Oh man, I forgot I was like really in the sauce here. I was setting my quality stuff up. I guess that makes sense since I called the stream like what a quality day or whatever. Something like that. Alright, so what are we gonna do with all this stuff? I would like to take at least the holmium and salvage it, if nothing else, and then ship it back. A lot of the stuff is gonna have to break down to its baser components. I think that's gonna be the general goal, is to take most of this stuff and turn it into its basest form and quality. So I'm going to dismantle this for now. We'll have a blueprint of it so we can slam it back down later. Well, that'll go at the end when we're making whatever the heck it's called. Radars? That's the word we were looking for, because we're going to try to make a Spidertron. So, solid fuel. 2 functions. Function 1, feeding our train. Function 2, destruction. Normal quality stuff comes down here, right? Okay, no, normal quality stuff goes here. So I guess let's quickly set up like destruction for normal quality stuff. Just to get rid of it. We need a crap load of recyclers to do that though. Thankfully, it should be pretty similar every step of the way, depending on like what it is. So like for iron gear wheels, we're going to have to destroy them several layers down to turn them into iron plates and deal with the fact that there's going to be a true abundance of them. They're going to be extremely common. So to compensate for that, we're probably going to need a good chunk of disassemblers. Recyclers. I knew they had a name. I wonder if I should have all of these connect instead of separating them separately. I mean, the downside is the belt only has so much throughput. How much do these produce per second? Okay. This points out it eats 2 per second, 0.6.2, so that's 1. It's like 1.5 items per second, it looks like, give or take. I feel like I'm missing a number. That doesn't feel right. That's 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, maybe like 1.8. I'm going to put them all at 2 items per second for the sake of my sanity. So if these put out 2 items per second and these put out 2 items per second, that means this belt is going to have 12 items per second in total, but it's only 6 on each side. This also does 6 on each side, so this is 6, 12, 18. So we could definitely combine them into a single sorting facility with these. Assuming that my numbers are right. So I think I want to do that. I wasn't doing that initially, but I like that idea a lot more. It'll save me a lot of real estate, at least. Instead of having this whole setup twice. We can always switch it up later if I change my mind. Something I will have the luxury of is I can have quality stuff go out one direction, then not quality go out the other direction. So this is set up so that quality spits out down this line. I think I want it to be this way? Is that what I had before? Heck, I should have just left it. This form will make sure that... like, it doesn't actually matter, actually. Quality's just going down... Normal's going down here to be destroyed. Quality will be going down the other way. Wherever the other way might be. So maybe I'll do something like this instead. So now we have quality going down here, and non-quality going down here, which will all get destroyed. This will be the destruction lane. I can work on upcycling them too, but I mean, if nothing else at the start, we can destroy them. And then things that are high quality will go out this way. See, I like this a lot more. This looks really cool too. I will need to recombine the actual recyclers themselves because they were spitting out a very specific way and they are no longer capable of doing that. Let me pick up all this junk while I'm here. I've been playing a new gacha game recently. Not that I need more gacha games, but you know, go figure. I just can't help myself. But this one was because it had a collab with something I was interested in. An old VN I played years ago called Sayano Uta, and I was very surprised to see that it had like been mentioned in the Lord's ear at all, you know? So I was excited and I started playing it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just play it, get the collab unit, get out, you know, a quick, easy 5-minute adventure. And then I started having fun, which sucks because I was like super ready to just be like, never playing this again. I got other things I gotta do. I gotta catch up on the Arknight story. There's like, there's stuff to do. No time to waste. And yet here I am wasting time. It's not that big of a deal. I don't think this first splitter is necessary. Maybe it is, but for our current design, it feels like it's not. Thankfully, a lot of these things... Whoops, let's delete this as well. Yeah, I really like this new idea. This is why it's nice to take a break from something and then come back later. Unironically, you will just like spit out good ideas sometimes. I don't even know if this is a good idea for the record. I might be like feeling myself a little too hard, admittedly, but I like it. I like it so far. It seems like it could not suck, which is pretty much the ideal in life, is, you know, keeping the sucking to a minimum, or at least an appropriate place to be sucking, you know? Hey Han, how's it going? Oh no, what do you mean? Hopefully everything's okay. Okay, so we have quality coming down here. I want to move this down a little bit just because of where everything is. So I have a little more space. You know Samu? No, I have no idea whom that is. I apologize. You will have to explain to me. Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber? Oh no. Yeah, no, I haven't kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube. That's so sad that he passed away though. What? That's terrible. I'm so sorry. That's super sad. My heart goes out to family and friends. Such a bummer. I think in theory this is fine for our first setup. I'm gonna try to set these up with the logic of obliterating them on the way in for now, and we can upscale them later if we want to. One of those make it first and then make it better later, whatever the saying is. Does concrete output stone bricks and iron ore? Or is it just the one? It's both. That's going to be a lot more complex to deal with, unfortunately. I mean, it's not going to be that bad, but it's going to be more complex. Actually, it shouldn't really matter in the long run, because this... No, it should matter. It'll definitely matter. I was wrong about saying it wouldn't matter. I was very, very incorrect in my assessment. My thought process with this design is that I can set it up so that we can just add on more whenever we want to. Like if we decide we really want quality on the iron ore or whatever, it should be very, very easy to set up. Hopefully. Thankfully, ice is one of the smaller ones again. As long as there's not too many of the multi-stage things, we should be able to get a bunch of them down here. I'm gonna have to go grab a bunch more recyclers, so I should go do that before I get ahead of myself. There are recyclers here. I know I'm making them somewhere. I should have just checked my map. I should stop being lazy. They're literally where I was standing. I just don't have the ability to process that apparently. Wonder how our power is going to hold up. I imagine we need a bunch of power to support this. Maybe it'd be easier to ship over fusion over here instead of relying just on power pulls, but maybe that's extra. I don't know. Batteries are going to be one of the complex ones, because batteries break down into a few products. I think. Maybe they don't. They do iron and copper. I'll go try to relax, chat about the shenanigans. Yeah, hon. Hopefully you can chill a little bit. I'm still super sorry to hear that happened. Very, very heartbreaking to hear about stuff like that. Whoops, I copied the wrong one, silly me. Wow, that one's so tall for the multi-processing one. I feel like I'm overdoing it and can make it smaller. Okay, this one can definitely be smaller. I can get rid of one layer of it. Okay, so what do we have left for products? Some of the more gnarly ones. Stone should be fairly easy, though. I think I'm going to cut stone across here. Too far to connect? Fair enough. I see your game. A lot of these are going to be like overkill for how many things we have set down here. I'm going to start bringing these downwards, I think. You can barely fit it with my design. Gonna definitely need more green belts for this. How's the Firefly doing? Looks like a crap load of ammo on the belts, which is nice to see. A ton of rockets and stuff too. I feel like we established we needed more of these or something. I can't quite remember. I think we replaced a few laser turrets. That's probably why I was doing physical projectile damage, because I wanted these to be slightly better. I think I'm going to have Firefly swing by Volcanus and pick up a bunch of things that I get to Fulgora. I believe it's good for flight. I hope so. I'm going to save just in case. My memory was that it was like functional. It's quite quick too. At least it looks quick. The inductor caps out at 300. Actually, it's not even that quick. I guess because it's so heavy. I'm glad we put on the extra thrusters, because clearly we needed it. I feel like everything gets so close to us. It probably isn't that close, but it feels really close. Okay, so it turns out it is really close. We need to improve the front of that as well. I'm glad that I saved ahead of time. I had a bad feeling about that one. Sometimes your gut feelings are just right, though. It's crazy how it works. Oh, I need to heckin' turn you off. What the heck am I doing? You have plenty of ammo, you just don't have the front-loaded firepower. I think we need to redesign the front. I don't know exactly how we're going to do that. I guess something we can do is move these upwards and then add more turrets and rockets in. The most important thing is these railgun turrets, like, they're forced to be completely at the front because they seemingly blow up anything that's inside of their range. So while we could potentially fit another turret right here, we don't have a great way to feed it without the railgun turret kablooeying it. This is going to float back to Novice rather than Volcanus, but that's fine. If nothing else, it's going to get a pretty tremendous amount of fuel and stuff while we're doing this. Okay, let's see. So the Starfarer is already naturally going between these two places, so I'm going to have it make a request for belts. We'll do 400 of them from Volcanus, and then Fulgora will make a request for belts as well. So I can grab those at my leisure. Oh, I already have a request for belts. Oh, good, there's already some belts there even. Let me go grab those really quick then. Since we are like out of them. I guess we're not that out, but we're gonna run out by the time we finish all this stuff. Did I never set up the construction for that? Did I turn that on? Wait, what? How did this get stuck? I thought the import priority left would fix that, but I guess it didn't. Not really a fix. No, this is not going to be worth it. Alright, what the heck did I do wrong here? I'm shocked that we ended up with so much plus, I guess, in the system. I'm gonna just disconnect that for now. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do some wiring and have it so that only activates. Let me connect that for now. Then I'll set up wiring like this. And I'll have it be enable, disable. And I'll have it read the contents of this. And this will only turn on if this is at 0, we'll say. Not, that's the wrong thing. Okay. Well, in my opinion, I'm always good for opinions. There we go. Now it's eating these up and it won't kick on until this is at 0. Although I guess it's technically going to be looking at normal quality ones specifically. That should be fine though. The uncommon one should get a kick in. Oh, I'm just standing out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so we got our belts. The Artemis always has issues with storage. I should have put in more. Why are you so full? What changed? It's like always the tungsten carbide. You just get shot up so much of it that clunks everything. Cycle the base or not the end product. I considered doing that. It's just like, it's a huge pain to rip down everything when I have thousands of these sitting in boxes right now. I figured it'd be a nice use of them because they're all just kind of like already made. So it is a very valid point. Nice to see that at least the theory of it is working. Hold. Oh, it spit out another purple one. Oh, it's so exciting when a purple one gets in the mix. Please. Spit out something. Alright, it's still purple. Hold. Oh my god, it's still purple. Epic or can only be legendary plate. That makes a lot of... That makes sense. It just ate the purple one instead. Saddest thing I've ever seen. That's a good point. I always forget that, like, you don't have to roll quite as hard if you start at the bottom. That's kind of what my thought process was here, was to reduce everything to its minimal form. It's a good point. I want to continue working on stuff here, but I'll assess that in a little bit. If for some reason we haven't rolled it in our stockpile by now, or by then. Physical projectile damage 12. I love how efficient the bots are at that. What is this? This is stone. This is probably like wicked overkill for the amount of like clearing I need for this. But I'm also trying to take a little extra space, so if I set it up with the option to, like, you know, maybe we'll want the iron ore to be just like upscaled as well rather than just deleted. If I really run out of these again. Yeah, like better scrapping mine. Yeah, I did set up the scrap miners with quality in them ahead of time. So it makes complete sense, because if you spit out like purple scrap, then immediately you've got almost legendary stuff. I think you're close to it at least. Okay. Let's grab some more recyclers, which I'm sure we're full on again. I'm gonna raise the cap so we can have more of those around. We should be researching something as well. I guess I'll go for laser 10. It feels like the lasers are a little behind. Okay, so that's stone done. Next is red circuits. That's going to turn into a bunch of garbage. So that one's going to need a lot of space, which I guess is good that we have the extra space for this one. How much of the island do we have left? Not an incredible amount, but enough, hopefully. Epic coal could craft legendary plastic. I always forget that. Speaking of... Okay, we have four of these recycled so far. That makes me feel okay about how this could go. Why are we short on rockets? Do we make rockets here, or did I ship them over? We do. They're just kind of in their own little thing and slow. Surely I have some speed modules on here. Holy moly. Alright, that's better. Man, I love Gleba. Wish every planet was Gleba. Bulgora gets so complex. Okay, so this is... I'm gonna try and do this upward, but it might have to be downwards. So red circuits turn into... I typed in red. Despite the fact that it is an advanced circuit. I saw actually a mod pop into my feed. It was talking about how you could give nicknames or whatever to items. So you could search like red circuits and have red circuits show up. Clever idea. Would have solved my problem right there. So we have plastic, copper cable, and electronic unit. I know copper cables need 2 steps. What about plastic? Nope, plastic just goes into itself. What was the other one? Whoops, I don't want scrap recycling. Electronic circuits are going to be copper cable and iron plate. That's actually not too bad. I wonder if I should have maybe made like a primary hub where all the iron plates go to breakdown. I guess it's a little late to change that design now. But there's something I can do here. So plastic needs to go somewhere. Plastic is the easy part because it just outputs into itself and then breaks down. So we'll put plastic there. Then we'll put copper cables here. No, I'm ahead of myself actually. No, I'm not. Okay, perfect. So then we copy that. I guess we don't need that one. So this will be green circuits spitting out here. And then I can have these breaking down the green circuits further. And the green circuits themselves break into copper cable and iron plate. So my thought process was... I can have all of the iron or copper cables spit out together here and then break down over here on this side. While the iron plates... I need to move that a little bit actually. Then the iron plates can just break here in a double, which I think we can barely fit. Oh, we can't fit it. I can probably fit it with a slight change. I have arrived. Nice to see you. How's it going? Thanks for arriving. How can I save one tile here? Okay, I could save it like that, actually. That's fine. Not actively conscious yet? God, I wish that was me. Okay, so this is iron plates. This only goes into iron plates and copper cables, so iron plates go to die here. This is now one off of where I want it to be, and everything is awful. Copper cables need to go through 2 steps. Plastic only needs to go through 1. I don't think I could fit the copper cables here. I guess I can if I make it a little more flush. This is so many recyclers. I feel like I could do this smarter. Heck if I would know how to, though. I mean, I am using like 6 arbitrarily. This is probably like a huge excess of, is that really oil ocean in this economy? Seriously? Probably doing a huge excess, but I'd rather do more than less if that makes sense. Okay, so this will be copper done from those circuits. I think what I'm going to do with the blue circuits is just bring them back to the mainland and then ship them over to a kilo, because a kilo needs an influx of blue circuits anyways. Breaking them down would be kind of a pain. I guess it wouldn't be that bad. What do they break into? Red circuits and what else? Okay, actually that'd be really easy to break down with this setup. Like extremely easy, so I will probably just break them down. Here I was trying to skip stuff. Okay, so what do we have left? So we have copper cables. I could actually plug those in already. I think that's what I'm going to do with this part, is just plug in all the extra stuff instead of making a whole new one for all these. Oh, this is a cliff. I was like, why can't I not put anything here? Tis a cliff, indubitably. I guess the easiest thing to do is this. That might flood, but hopefully it won't. Oh, I forgot to set up the plastic too. I gotta do that really quickly. Thankfully that should be relatively easy, all things considered. It's nothing different than what we've already been doing. Okay, what do we have? We have blue circuits, which we can bring down here to break down. And then we can just plug them into the red and green for further breakdown. Again, we have the luxury of having them be pretty easily fixed later on if I want to reprocess them upwards. This is where it's going to get a little bit spaghetti, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum anyways. Okay, now we just need to underground here. Makes it a million times easier. There we go. That gives me an abundance of space. Rather than struggling quite as hard as I was before. Okay, so this is cables. This is red circuits right here, actually, so I want that to be on this side. And then one like that. And then I believe this is where green circuits go. I hope I'm right about these, because if not, this is going to turn off really badly. This should be fine. The last two are a lot simpler. I mean, the LDS, I guess, isn't that simple. Look at this whole setup for just destroying stuff. That's stupid. Brain contents are empty today. I wonder how much power this is going to take. I gotta imagine it's a good chunk, but I don't really know how bad it'll be. So I got an okay chunk of belts left for this side. Okay. So LDS, do I want to break down LDS? I'm thinking probably yes. I don't remember what it breaks into, so we'll have to look again. Steel plate, plastic, copper plate. I mean, those are all pretty easy. We actually have a plastic input, but I think I blocked it off entirely now. I could technically plug it into this lane here. I think I'll just distribute it separately though. Alright, so we need LDS breaking down as the starter. Maybe I will plug it in. I haven't decided yet. LDS is plastic, copper, and what was the last one? Steel plate. Okay, so two of them. I assume steel plate just breaks into itself and does not break into iron. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing again. Wait, do we already have a steel plate cruncher? We do. It's all the way up here, but honestly, I might just plug it back in. We're doing it right here anyways. I like keeping things sorted like this, because if we opt to upscale this stuff later, then we'll have like all of that output going to one spot anyways. Alright, so we'll have this be steel over here. Output priority right, we'll make it steel. Okay, so steel is crunched. Put another one of these down. We'll output priority right, we'll make it copper. And then we just have plastic coming out the final spot. Plastic technically goes here. I could plug in plastic here. It would... Oh, wait, no. Plastic just goes right down there. Plastic is like a few feet away from us. I was thinking I had to put it through the whole system. Nah, I could just go in right here, basically. Whoops. Belts are not my strong suit. Embarrassed to say. Okay, so the plastic goes through there and dies. I should do this differently. Unless I have a good place to crunch copper. I think copper cables are crunched really high up. Oh no, they're down here. It looks like I plugged the copper cables back in there, so I guess I'll just do copper on its own. I think I will switch the output priority here and just have this go like this instead. This will be where copper goes to die, and that should be everything on this side, like, good to go, effectively. Like I said, I'm not going to break down holmium. That should be all of the normal stuff processed. It is so massive, actually. That took up way more spot than I thought it would have. And the holmium, for now, will go to die over here. I only have 5 of those. I was just trying to set up like a pseudo train stop that we could plug in and then bring back up there. I guess they don't have to be, whatever the heck they're called. Robot chests. And this will just start loading for a train stop for later. And I don't think quality holmium ore shouldn't matter literally at all. It should be the same because I think holmium always has to turn into a solution before something. Maybe I'm forgetting one of them. I feel like it's just you take it and you turn it to solution right away. Where is it? Yeah, holmium solution is what turns into the plates. So there shouldn't be a possibility to get quality holmium solution because I don't think there's quality liquids. So that's good and done. Holy cow, that took up so much space. I know I was talking about it before. I kind of want to turn on the factory to see if it functions for now. The downside of that is we'll end up with a bunch of quality stuff that I don't really have anything to do with right now. There are certain things that we could just kind of break down without thinking about it, like quality ice and stuff, because I don't think we need ice for much. Maybe I'm forgetting something though. I typed in quality, whoops, ice. Now I'm typing in ice in caps lock and protest. I guess space science packs and cryogenic science packs. I don't really feel like it though, because it seems like it's really easy to get ice, even on whatever that gets called, Fulgora, not Fulgora, Aquilo itself. It seems like it's pretty easy to get ice. And in space it is too. So I can't see a justification for keeping ice, so I'm gonna get rid of ice at least. I don't want to break down anything at the end of a line here, but I do want to break stuff down a step, if that makes sense. We may need more than 6 for this. I'm hoping that 6 is sufficient. But like these numbers are like pure guessing. This will spit out quality iron ore, which for now is just going into a chest. I want quality, or iron plates, I should say. I want the core version of everything so that we can make things that we want. That is my true goal in this scenario. Because if we have the base versions of everything, we could build everything upwards. It'll be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Rather than this design, which I said before, where it's like we craft the basic one and then we scale it upwards over and over again. Or we can cut out like that whole right side. I mean, I guess we could keep the right side, but we could just have it so that those machines on the left are like filled with the proper things they need. You're backwards. I made the belt backwards. I was like, it shouldn't be working right now. It should be working right now, but it wasn't. And I couldn't figure out why. It's because the belt was stupid backwards. I'm glad I figured that out sooner than later. I'm glad much of these come back through the loop. It means we hemorrhage a lot less of our materials. Sad we didn't get a legendary yet, but like I said, I think the expectation was about 8,000 of them. A little bit wasteful, granted. Alright, so the fuel goes here to die, but I also want to branch off the fuel. I guess I could technically use the quality fuel instead. It shouldn't make a difference. I don't know what quality does on solid fuel. Looks like vehicle acceleration and top speed, so we may as well just use the quality stuff we get. I should move this over. I really need to move this vertically rather than, or horizontally rather than vertically. Yeah, I need to move this horizontally. We need to use up as much space as we can that way because we have a bunch of it and we don't have as much in the other direction. I guess we do have like an okay amount of space regardless, but I'd rather just like make sure this stuff is good. Okay, so that's done and dusted over there. This is the quality solid fuel, which again, I think I'm going to just bring upwards, actually. This is where we're going to get really spaghetti. I don't really plan on upscaling it. Is that long enough? Whoops. I guess this is a good way to check. Perfect. We will make it so that it can go over to the various train stops. And then any excess will be destroyed. Hey, wait, is solid fuel used in anything? Am I forgetting something other than rocket fuel, obviously? No, not really. So I don't really care too much about it. Okay, so that's going there. I will need to set up somewhere to destroy excess. I'm hoping I can set it up right up here. I really don't know how many of these we're gonna need, though. Maybe I went crazy with the 6 stacks. Maybe that's a little too wacky, to be honest with you. Maybe I've gone off the deep end. We might be alone. It might just be you and me, but do you really need anyone else? Where the heck am I gonna put this? I'd like to put it up here. Let's have this go to the side so I can save some real estate up here. There we go. That's much better. I ran out of belts again. I mean, we're making this whole thing with green belts, so it's not too surprising to me. I'm hoping that by setting up those requests, the Starfarer will be bringing us some good stuff. Looks like getting a laser weapons damage 10. I bet you we could upgrade our science setup on Novice. Probably should have done it a while ago, but it's a little bit late for that now. There's some belts, but not quite as much as I was expecting. I guess the Starfarer is just a little bit slow. Oh, it was only 400 I requested, actually. Can I make it 600? How much is on the planet? 1,000? Okay, it means that there's just a full box there. Laser weapon damage 10 is completed. I wonder if we're gonna need a bunch of railgun shooting speed and I'm getting baited by not going into it earlier. It could be. A lot of these sciences are getting real expensive. 64,000 is a very steep order. Guess I'll go for asteroid productivity. I'm willing to bet we have a bunch of Gleba science just sitting around doing nothing. Okay, so I didn't end up setting this part up, so I will need to do so. Actually, I probably want to do this lower down. I think I had this wrong. Looks like the quality factor is really coming along. I hope so, Flip. I do. It's really in the air if it's actually going to function or not. It's one of those things where I'm kind of like hoping and praying, and then I'll plug it in later, and hopefully it'll just kind of work. And if it won't, well, we'll do it live. Bugs are so annoying. They're stressing me out every time it makes a sound. I saw today that there's going to be some really cool updates coming in the new Factorio update. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm hoping I can finish my playthrough by then, though, weirdly enough, because I feel like it'd be nicer to experience it fresh. Granted, I could probably, like, if I put all my focus into the spaceship, we could probably finish this playthrough really quick, but I arbitrarily made this goal, so I obviously have to arbitrarily go for it. How far does this read? Does it go through the thingy? Okay, it doesn't. Good. I think I'll use this as my gauge. And then we'll just read the contents of that, and then it'll destroy extras. I really don't know how high this needs to be. I'm going to do a... Whoops, I did not enable disable on that. I always mix that up every time. Enable disable, we'll do solid fuel, uncommon. I don't know a greater way to do this. We'll do greater than or equal to 40. Technically speaking... these could just like back up anyways if we get way too much like epic quality, I guess. Seeing that train stop, why not filter arms so they only take out rare so you can filter the quality itself? Why not filter the arms so each one only takes out, say, rare? So what would that get me? Like, let's say that I have an arm taking out only rare. Oh, I see. So you could put them into specific boxes. I guess at that point you could push them off to specific areas too. I hadn't thought about that. That's clever. I also accidentally disabled my belts. It happens so often. Like, it's crazy. That's concrete, baby. So concrete is one of the annoying ones. It's the one that made me make the big thing. Yeah, it did. So what does concrete turn into? I think it's going to be a lot smaller this time around. It's iron ore, which we can smell upwards. So I don't think we want to break down the iron ore. I think that'd be wasteful. There we go. Stone brick. Is stone brick useful for anything? Quality furnaces is nothing to shake your nose at. Quality lightning rods would also not be terrible. Shame that it's not using the fancier lightning rods. Now, is it more valuable to have quality stone? Quality rails aren't going to do anything. Neither will quality landfill, neither will quality foundation. Quality stone furnaces have a use, though, for quality boilers, but I don't really think we need too many of those. I guess quality heating towers, too. A carriage going to be rare scrap inside and outside just rare. It's true. It's a very good point. Unfortunately, everything goes to the meat grinder now, so I don't know if it's... It might be too late. I don't know. It's a good idea, though. It is a good idea. Don't let me think that... Don't think that I'm, like, belittling it, because I promise you I'm not. Very clever, in fact. Okay. So this is going to be outputting two things, stone bricks and iron ore. That is just iron plates going into a box. I don't know how quickly that's going to fill, but I'm willing to bet it's quicker than I'd like it to be, so I will have to deal with it eventually. I forgot about these, like, did I ever know about these fulgurites that spawn? I feel like I got all my holmium before from just scrap. I don't know if I've ever seen these fulgurites before. I kind of like them. Fulgurite goes crazy. I don't believe that this is real. I think they just patched this into the game. Maybe it's modded content. Okay, so this outputs both ore and bricks. I guess we'll just store bricks for now. I'm gonna have to set up things at some point where, like, I don't know why I used a green inserter there, or a blue one. I'm gonna have to set up something at some point that basically goes and says, okay, all of the, did I run out of inserters? Okay, weird. All of the excess stuff of this quality goes through and then gets recycled up, and then if it gets turned into blue or purple or legendary or whatever, we keep it, and then if not, it just keeps going cycling. So I'm gonna have to set those up eventually. At this point, I just kind of want the system to turn on. Thankfully, we do have bulk inserters here. Would have been real ultra cringe if we didn't. So everything broke because we have 1,000,000 batteries. And the battery box is full, and the output is full because this iron box is full. I love Fulgora. Really though, why is Fulgora so confusing compared to like Gleba? Gleba makes sense. Gleba is a healthy ecosystem. I don't actually hate Fulgora, for the record, but it is confusing compared to other planets for me. I guess it's just like dealing with excess, being able to make sure that nothing backs up, which I keep messing up clearly. And then this will kick on. Yeah, okay. That's all I was missing over here. The slime should be flowing again any second. We will, in fact, do it live. Okay. Why did I come back to the island? I needed inserters. I got the inserters and I fixed something that had broken. I think I also got the foundation here. I don't know what I'm going to spend it on yet. Maybe a handful of roboports and those fancy power pole things, lightning rods. Okay, so I just have this go here, have this go like that, and then like this, and then this, and then I go this, and that, and this, and that. Output priority. This will be stone for now. I really have to like grasp how quickly this is gonna fill. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fill like extraordinarily fast. I don't know though. It's really tough to tell. But I think I'm gonna have to deal with this pretty post-hastedly. So this is ore over here, so I wanted to set up a small furnace stack and then hopefully route that back up over here. I guess I could technically set up the furnace stack around here, but I think that might be too small. Do I have any furnace stacks in Fulgora? Is there a reason to have a furnace stack in Fulgora? I mean, I found a reason to have a furnace stack in Fulgora. I guess I don't have one though. I feel like Novice's furnace stacks are too big to copy though. I'll just make one from scratch. The nice thing about this is we can go really crazy on plates. Having ore too means that we can quality the ore an extra step basically. Let me go into map view so I can just ghost this out instead of being sad that I don't have the stuff for it. I think I'll do it right here. It's a little bit too far apart. What am I looking for? Ideally undergrounds. There. That's a fine design. So those are pulling outwards. Oh wait, is this FTL music? It sure is FTL music. I'll do a little stack, maybe it'll be fine. FTL is a vibe. I haven't played it in a long time. I have very fond memories of being at... I worked a job where it was like... The shifts were like 12 hours. It was at a nursing home, and I was doing like administration and stuff like that. But it was on weekends for some of the shifts. And it was 12 hours, and there was just so little to do at times that... like especially around like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, there was no one coming in. I had all my work done and stuff, so I logged into, I want to say it was the FTL website, because you were able to like play it in the browser there if you've played it elsewhere. Maybe it was just free to play in the browser, I don't remember, but either way I was playing FTL in the browser at the nursing home when I was having a particularly quiet night. Good times. How the heck did I spell speed that catastrophically wrong? I don't actually believe that that's how that went down. Alright, so legendary is kind of rare. I don't know if, like, we've confirmed that fact or not. How's Novice doing? I'm really hoping to see at least one of our legendary fuel cells today. I'm not against taking the advice to try to just mine it out, but... How did you break again? You didn't break again. I mean, everything's running. You're doing just fine. I'm sorry for being judgmental about that. I'm gonna raise your number up to 5. Actually, no, you dropped 6 at a time. No, this seems to work. No, this is dumb. I should just set it so that it can, like, fill the belt. There we go. As long as those are always running, we're looking good. Was my math wrong? My math had to be wrong. How did I reach the conclusion that I needed? Was it 8,000? Maybe it was 80,000. 80,000 would make more sense. We could have also gotten unlucky. I don't know. But there's no way it was 8,000. That'd be way too unlucky. I was thinking it was 8,000 processes, but we already have like 6,000, so there's no chance that that's the case. I forgot to make that a novice. Whoops. Surprised I didn't just copy Gleba's design for that, wherever it is. I say design like it's not just garbage put down somewhere. Speaking of, how's Gleba doing? No pieces in it yet? You're kidding me. This one's about to kick one out, though. You never know. Ah, it's a slow process. I really wish I had it running 100% of the time. I could probably figure out how to do that, but I already got so much fitting off right now. I need to focus on what I can. Did more belts drop down here? They did. Slurp, slurp. Okay, so I don't remember why I ran back over there. The Starfarer is having issues with storage. That's a surprise. Why? What do you... Full on. You have the same issue with the tungsten carbide, where you just pick up a ridiculous amount of it. Because it goes, I should fill you with 10 more stacks of it, even though you have 9 stacks. That's definitely something I've learned. I need more storage space for my things. Yeah, the barrels also take up a lot. I feel like I should scale that down on the ships. That's a good point. Unfortunately, the rocket capacity is 10, so like I could tell it to only do 50 as a minimum payload. I guess 50 would be fine, right? That actually seems like a better solution. That way it doesn't go too wacky with them. Yeah, like this happens on like every ship. I need to change this. That'll rectify a ton of the issues. I don't mind spending an entire rocket on just 50 of them. The milk factory probably does not need any, as it does not travel. Oh, I remembered what I needed. It was stuff for electric furnaces. Advanced circuits and stone bricks. Surely I have some advanced circuits sitting around somewhere. Not many. Time to steal some from my other stuff. I mean, honestly, that's a good thing, though. Means we're getting use out of all our stuff. How many did we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Okay. Making 10 right now. Need more advanced circuits. Okay, that should be enough now. I should probably be making these in quality machines. I say, proceeding to handcraft the rest of them. Look, they should let you put quality Imagine you're allowed to put modules in your suit and then you get the passive of it while handcrafting. That'd actually be sick. Why is that not a thing? I want productivity in my hands. Let me stuff a couple speed modules in my suit. I should have just put these in boxes myself. I got lazy. Really don't know what we're going to do about Firefly's damage, though. I have a hypothesis, or an idea, I guess is probably more apt. I think something like this. And then creating like a daisy chain to get the ammo in. That actually does not work at its current spot. Crazy that that's like the one position where it doesn't. I guess I can technically move it up one. Okay, I should probably filter that, thinking about this critically, huh? Because I figure if we do this, we can get away with, like, just expanding outwards everything. Though I have to move this up, too. But this should allow for, like, dramatically more turrets in general with the spacing. I like it in theory. I don't know if I like it in practice yet. We'll have to see. That'd be a cool mod. Maybe an equipment that craft things except modules. Yeah, see, that'd be cool. I'd be down with that. How did I mess this up? I see how I messed it up. I actually really like how this looks now. Oh, and it lets us fit like a bunch more turrets. Hold on. I might be cooking something here. Me pushing every single button except for the one that I want. The firepower is pretty tremendous. How is our coverage? It looks like when things get too close, it could be bad. But other, like, there's like dead zones right here. Right here is a dead zone. But it's like, you have to get real close to hit that dead zone. I really want to keep this diagonal. I think it looks so nice. Maybe that's dumb. Should I move it out one? No, I think I want to keep it as is. Ah, okay. This is starting to look more like an FTL ship. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just needed the FTL music. I don't know if it's actually looking more like an FTL ship. FTL ships are such weird shapes, I guess, is that's what I'm associating it with. I could fit a whole extra turret up here, I think. Oh, easily. Can I fit two? That looks like we're actually clear for it. Wait. I think I'm getting mad with power, to be honest with you. I think science may have gone too far. I'm like so nervous. It looks like it's not gonna hit it. Like the green looks like it barely misses it, I hope. Filter the other ones for railgun, good call. Really, I should just filter everything all the time. Okay, so I'm guessing you now have a bunch of ammo in you. I don't have a great way to get that out. So you're just gonna hold it for now. Oh, does it seem like it's highlighting it? Oh, I didn't even notice. No, it doesn't, but look at the green. It's totally not in it. Ref? I don't think that's regulation. I think something's a little messed up here. Wait, what? What if I put it here? Is it chill then? No? Jerk. Real mature. This is interesting though. I didn't think we could do it like this. Maybe a little this action. I mean, that's not getting hit. That's something. I can't believe it. I'm so glad you pointed out that it turns red. Still rigged. This has so many turrets on the front. I gotta feel like it's almost overkill at this point. It's so much more front heavy than it was before. But it looks awesome. I really like it. I can't decide if I want to fill in these spots or not. I definitely want to trim the spots where there's nothing. Okay, I actually really like that. Hold on. Like a little like platform for the laser turret to chill on. I don't know if this is going to be more efficient than what we were working with before, but I like it. Just makes me want to play FTL. Whoops. Right, there's an undo button, I forgot. I forgot. I wish I could put a laser turret here, but I know in my heart of hearts it's going to be mad if I try it. Alright, you know what? I'm going to save my game. And I'm going to send it somewhere. I know I'm bouncing between things. Wow, Miko keeps getting distracted, so original. But it blew up going to Volcanus before. You know what? Heck it. I'm sending it to a kilo. Mainly because I want to see. I don't think it's a good idea. Alright, it has to go to Gleba first. I don't know if it's overkill. It feels kind of overkill, but maybe it's just as much kill as we need, you know? Oh my god, look at how many of the little ones there are. That's crazy. Wait, what? Ah, those aren't filtered. Okay. There we go. Better overkill than under? Yeah, I think it's a good way to put it. Yeah, this seems a lot more convincing than last time, if nothing else. I'm so scared of one of these railgun turrets taking a hit. I really wish we could, like, store the ammo more efficiently. Alright, never mind. Everything sucks. Damn. I guess we need more of them towards the front? Wait, when was that autosave? Okay, it was before I sent it. What do I have to change? Maybe the rocket turrets are too wacky. Maybe we need to change these out to normal turrets. It seems like normal turrets are like more of our issue than anything, which is just such a surprise to me. Ooh, I kind of love that though. I don't want to go too low on rocket turrets. Like, surely we're going to need more than just 6 of them if we have this many bullet turrets. But maybe bullet turrets are just the issue. I don't know. Maybe we're too fast and too cool. I guess we have... No, it's only 6. Dagnabbit. Why are you guys having issues? You have so many inserters. I forgot that those stack in a way that they do. Drop your PPAs for now. Is that enough for what you need? No? Cool, 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 cool. Where are you? You're at Gleba? Okay, you did the thing that I told you not to do. Gonna make your custom minimum payload 500 for these so that you'll stop pushing over 1,000 into space. What was your laser ballistic damages? My laser is 11, my physical is 13, my explosives is 12, and I have 6 for railgun. Oh, our science probably stopped because the Apollo was just sitting there like a... the Apollo's not a dum-dum. I don't want to be rude to it. It's doing its best. The Artemis, however... I figured out how that happened, but I'm still, like, shocked that it happened. What went down here? I guess you just want everything. You have science too. Are you above Fulgora? Oh, Fulgora's just not asking for enough cryogenic packs. We would have been fine otherwise. I thought I had a requester chest with cryogenic in it. I guess I got rid of it. Alright, so... really surprised it's having so many issues. Like, this has so much less firepower. 8 turrets, 8 rockets, boom, it's fine. Maybe it's the placement of them on Firefly? Whoops. I guess we had way less bullet turrets before, admittedly, and some of them were quite low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13. Now we have 14. Actually, I guess that wasn't that much different. It's more space to cover, though. Let's try to send it back and see how it does. Should we go to Fulgora, I guess? Shouldn't really matter which one. I have to keep in mind that our requirements from planet to planet are going to change too. Oh, I forgot that I don't have it saved. I mean, this is looking a lot more convincing this time. Never mind. How do we keep catching strays? It's those ones that are coming through. What size are those? I guess it's the broken down ones and the medium ones? Is the lasers not hitting them? Do I have them filtered wrong? No, it's not the laser ones. There's just too much for the turrets to hit. Weird. I really wonder what it is. My SPM is 189 per second. Holy guacamole. That's super impressive. Why did I change? I was able to travel before without issues, and now I'm having issues. Is it because it's too... I don't know why the heaviness would affect it. Maybe I should redesign the front. Quality turrets would be nice for the extra range. I mean, that's going to be something I can fix with Fulgora, but I have to get it to Fulgora to upgrade. I guess I don't technically have to. Right, let me go start setting up this. Because if we can get quality materials, I want to replace everything we can with quality before it makes the final run. So this is a good idea to set up now. I know I'm bouncing between a lot of things. I don't have any speed modules on me. We'll have to grab some. I'm gonna guess we only have speed 2s available here. Okay, so this is iron ore. It comes out here, which goes down here, gets schmelterated. Do a happy little furnace stack. Maybe you're faster because your fuel tanks are full. That's crazy. Maybe I'm just more efficient because the ship is working. That does sound like it would track. I'm just too good for my own good, and that's so unfortunate for someone such as myself that's trying to just eke by. Nah. It is a funny thought, though. I think you're on the nose there. No, my soundtrack. Okay, this YouTube video absolutely broke. There we go, fixed. I'm using YouTube for my music today. I don't know why. Normally I end up using Spotify. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put on like game OSTs, and I feel like it's easier to get it like this. This is obviously not going to be like a good finite solution for the record. I know that this is not okay what I'm doing, but it's okay enough for the moment. All right, so let's smack this bad boy together just to have it functional. But like, what am I to do? Wait, there's no more shooting speed upgrades, right? No, it caps at 6. We are YouTube music fans in our household, thank goodness. So weird that the other ones are infinite. I guess only 2 of them are infinite. I wonder why these ones aren't. Maybe it caused issues with the game lag or something. Okay, so things come out, spit down, boom. That's done, that's done, that's done. Ice is just going to be reprocessed into nothing. I don't really want to deal with ice, so we will get rid of ice. Heck ice in this very specific scenario. It's very useful on Aquilorino. Not even not useful here, but I don't want it. Have them smooch, then boom, ice done. Steel I just want to kind of keep as is, so we'll just put that in a box for now. Again, I know 1 box is not going to be enough, but I just want to see it run. You're right, shift stops, thruster buffers fill, so when shift takes off, it's faster than say 200k out because buffer instant fill. That makes sense. Suffering from success, truly. Okay, I'm really surprised. I could have sworn I set up making these speakers. I did it twice now. I don't have iron sticks in a box. I was gonna say, like, I was so surprised I hadn't done this before. Where the heck did I make iron sticks? Oh man, it's so difficult to find anything. Apparently I make them like about 10 feet away from where I needed them, if that. That's some real Real irony right there. Sure, I'll underground it even. How the heck did you just make one now? Oh, because I put some iron stick in a box. Seeing the Artemis running out of... I'm sorry? The Artemis ran out of water. What in goodness' name happened? I guess it hasn't requested water in a while? Oh, that's actually like a real problem. At least I got to figure it out in time to watch whatever is about to happen. Oh, it's repairing it. Okay, I think we can fix this on a kilo if we're fast about it. I was expecting it just to blow a hole in the ship. We should be able to bottle some water here and send it up really quick, because we have barrels. We just need to set up barreling water, and then we can send it up to save the day. Hopefully. Where do we have our water? Our water is right here. We're going to drop this speed beacon for now because this is a lot more important and urgent. Assuming that I can get the water up here, which is going to be a chore in itself. Does seem to be doable. Hopefully we don't lose too much in the meantime. The water's not coming through yet because this isn't connected. This is very much a work quickly kind of situation. This should be fine for a water throughput. Oh, we're losing so much on the ship. That might actually just be like GG. Hopefully not, though. I'm going to make a request for water. We'll make it 50 and custom payload. Make it from a kilo, 50. Surprised it ran out of ice. I thought I established that like a while ago it was fine on water. Okay, so we have water at least coming out. How can we spit out the water somewhere is the question of the day. I do not know a good way to spit the water out currently. Oh, okay, that's going onto a bell. Use filter, water, put that in a box. Where are my boxes? There are my boxes. Surprised that's not frozen. I feel like it should be in a second. Let me think. I can move this over, switch this to this, and then I can make the heat come through here. And then I can just put that on there for now. Wait, there's ice here. Why? Oh, because we ran out of power because of the water? How are we running out of water if we're processing so much ice? I'm so surprised. This does have a built-in water thing. Oh, it doesn't have any solar panels on it. No. Do we have any on a kilo? If not, that might just be it. I think I gotta load. Maybe I don't have to. Getting it back's impossible, though. I don't have the things to set it up right now, and unfortunately the Firefly's in bad place. I can't believe it ran out of ice. I feel like we checked it a few times and it was good to go. We gotta go back a little bit. No, you know what? We're pausing your thrust. I found you out. You're heckin' super out of water. You're going to drift back. You're no longer allowed to fly on your own. I'll figure you out in a minute. How much progress did I lose? Not much, I would wager. I think I had made the furnaces, but not put them down, so I didn't finish that line yet. That's not much lost. I'm glad we had a quick autosave before it arrived there. That it's fortuitous. I'm just so surprised it happened. I guess that's a use case for ice on Fulgora. Okay, let's redesign this really quick, because I don't want to forget what I did before. A couple of my friends decided they wanted to play Factorio with space exploration. So we started playing that at night on occasion, not super frequently. And I haven't played Factorio with another person for a while, so it just feels like different. It's interesting because everyone's like busy doing their own thing. But it's a nice experience. It definitely takes a lot of the pressure off. Oh, hey, we're being attacked. It's not like I need to drop everything and go fix it. I can be like, hey, I'm too busy right now. Someone go deal with it. Like a real team player. What drives me crazy, though, is the people I'm playing with, they never automate, like, belts and stuff. Like, I'll do it, but they will gladly handcraft everything for, like, the first 200 hours of playing. And then when they discover that I automated it, they're like, oh my god, someone automated belts, that's so cool. It's like, yeah. And they're working on like automating way more complex things, but they really don't like making belts and stuff. Belts, inserters, crafters, that ain't gonna happen. Alright, so we can fix this pretty easily, thankfully. And we're on Fulgora as is, so we can even do it manually if we want to. We're just going to take some of that extra ice, which we already have melted into water. We're going to take some of this water. We're going to put it into some barrels, which we already have. You know what it probably is? I bet you I accidentally deleted the request for water. Or no, you know what? I think I deliberately deleted the request for water. I think I had the request for water and I got rid of it because my logic was, we don't need water anymore. It's fine. But clearly we do. Which is very, very interesting that that's how this panned out. So we could fit 100 of them into a rocket. We'll do the 50 rule we set up for everything else. Because you're already like super tight on stuff. Did I not? Oh, you're not at Fulgora yet. You know, I think maybe your water's getting overused for fuel oxidizer production. It's possible. I definitely set this up where I was under the impression I really needed to have an extra like big storage container of it. Let's just eke out our way back to Fulgora and then take a pit stop. Part of me wants to redesign the Artemis and then upgrade the other ships to be like Artemis quality because like, think of it now. I mean, I say redesign, but I really just want to have more storage. And I could very easily do that by moving a few of these, I think. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit quite right here. I could probably move the belts a little bit. If I did this, hypothetically... Oh wow, that breaks the whole thing as a ghost? I didn't realize I would do that. How much power do we use? Oh, we're out of power. I didn't know that that would manifest still above Fulgora. I guess it makes sense. However, we do need to send up a solar panel to get the engine going again. Because now we have the water to get everything going, but we need a solar panel. Which thankfully we're sending up 50 right now. I'll send up a few more as well. Hopefully we don't lose any turrets this time. Ideally we won't. It should be fine to start the process with those solar panels coming up. Assuming that they arrive someday. It says 50 on the way. There we go. I'm nervous. I don't want to lose parts of the ship again. Was that not the 50 on the way? Dude, shoot down some holmium. It's not necessary right now. Okay, cool. Things are processing again. Importantly, we're getting water back. I gotta change the holmium rule again. I'm gonna make it so that it's a minimum payload of 500. I'll even do 250. Anything to stop us from getting ultra flooded on stuff. Thank goodness. It looks like we're at least saved. Maybe I'll take some of the things I learned from making Firefly and apply that over to the Artemis and other ships. Okay. The Artemis is complaining. Why are you complaining? You don't have enough space. What don't you have enough space for? The water? You have enough space for the water. You're being dramatic. Okay, nope, not what I wanted. Oh, I didn't fix the thing on Novice either. I was like, what do you mean? We fixed this already. No, we fixed this in a different timeline. This is a timeline where I still haven't figured that out yet, which is a little embarrassing. Okay, cool. Now everything's good again. The Artemis is saved. It will store its water. I wish I could turn off a request once there was like enough of the water fulfillment. This is probably just fine though. Okay, so that's saved. The Artemis is no longer stranded above a kilo and dead. Really surprised that that happened like now of all times when it's been doing like science trips for quite some time. How's the inductor doing? You're bringing science back to Novice. We almost have asteroid productivity done. Nice to see as well. Okay, so we didn't plug this in. That's something else that we had done previously. This is iron ore getting reprocessed and put into a box for now. Great, boom, done. What's next? Ice. I was just talking about how ice is useless, and I don't think that it's as useless as I said, but I don't think we need quality ice to make quality water, because quality water does not exist. So we will in fact be kablooing this. Boom, dealt with. Why don't these line up? Because I put them in the wrong place, that's why. Okay, wonderful. What's next? Steel? Great. Love steel. Steel's going in a box for now. Something we will probably end up doing down the line is changing the processing of it so that we have it so that anything under a certain quality, I think I talked about it before now that I'm thinking about it. I feel like with the save and everything, I've like lost 15 minutes of my brain, but we're going to have it so that like uncommon things are changed up into rare and stuff too. But for now, I just want to get a general setup. I think batteries are also kind of useful in their primary state. Kind of yes and no. Accumulators is nice, but they will also break down into iron plates and copper plates, which I think is probably more useful for what we want. So I think I'll recycle the batteries. Okay. The batteries will turn into copper and iron. We will also have another thing break down into copper, so I will split this and have the copper go out to the right over here. And again, we can put quality in these recyclers. We wanted to make sure we do that. These recyclers on this side are all going to want quality. If it's going to a box, it wants quality in the recycler. I don't know exactly where I want them yet. Yeah, anytime I played with my friends, I am always the one. They could be like 30, 40 hours into a playthrough, and I'll be the one that ends up doing it. Even when I was new to the game, they just didn't do it. They introduced me to Factorio. I didn't even realize the first time I played Factorio was with them because I didn't really want to play it. I thought it was stupid. Still is stupid, but now it's stupid and I have 586 hours in it. But when I started playing with them, the first time they had me play was on Factorio because that's what they wanted to play, which in retrospect is very funny because I guess Factorio is not like that hard in theory, but for me, like, the base game was suddenly a lot more complex when I went to go play on my own. I didn't even realize it was Factorio until later on. And when I went to go play Factorio, I was like, oh yeah, these recipes seem familiar. I had no clue that that's what I actually started with. Okay, so it's stone next. Stone, I think I'm crunching? Let me think. Stone. Yeah, I don't think it's worth keeping the stone. We're keeping the stone bricks, I think, right? So yeah, we're keeping the stone bricks. I don't see a reason to keep the stone. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to just crunch it and call it a day. That is not exactly where I went to put that, but I was like, this looks right, but it also feels wrong. I'm going to just put it down and see what happens. Okay, stone goes to die here. Boom. We don't want quality in these. I think these might break with quality. I could be wrong. How much power is this going to take? Oh, they take like nothing. They take a handful of kilowatts. All right, recyclers are chill. Me and recyclers go way back. Red circuits, blue circuits, copper cables. I think that I want to keep the red circuits and blue circuits in quality. Maybe I'll break them down and then rebuild them with one of those setups we have for like on Gladma. Oh, we've made one purple one. It's failed so far. I mean, we've made a good chunk of them. I think we only need one rocket turret for the Spidertron. Yeah, shockingly, we should need 4 of them. I'm going to stand on my hill here and say that it should require 4. Wube, I don't ask for much, but I am asking for you to change the recipe of Spidertron to make it 4 times more obnoxious. Thanks. Don't actually do that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was saying. That was a terrible thing to wish onto myself. Don't do it. I was just talking smack. It's what I do sometimes. When I start feeling myself, I start like talking up myself and how awesome something would be, but sometimes it's not. I'll be like, yeah, you know what? Why don't we make this way more miserable? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I don't like being miserable. No, please. All right, so we'll put these in a box for now. Again, I'm cognizantly aware that these boxes are not a final solution, but I've left space up here and over here to deal with more of them later on. I really just want to see it running. Okay, you got me. I can't help it. I really just want to see it run. LDS, what would we want LDS for? There are a few interesting things, but not really much. The asteroid collectors could be quite nice. I think I'll keep them solid for the asteroid collectors. I feel like those are like a really nice boon to have. I may break down past a certain point with them. I think that's a better idea than what I'm doing currently. Whoops, I forgot the fact that this needs to come down as well. Have my little noodly lines come here together. These will all go to die here in boxes. This is holmium. I don't really want quality holmium. I guess it doesn't really make a difference if it's quality holmium. So I'm gonna just put the holmium on here and send it home. Should be easy enough to use it in this state. If not, I'll fix it later. Alright, I want to turn it on. I know it's a bad idea to turn it on because not everything is perfect right now, but I really want to turn it on. In fact, I'm going to save it as if I was sending like a ship for the first time that might explode because I really want to turn it on. God, I want to turn it. Alright, let's do it. I should have bots do this. Okay, it's a lot slower than I expected, which is not too surprising because we can't use speed modules. All right, never mind. It goes crazy. This is awesome. Okay, why are you the way you are? Did I have to demand equality on that? All right, well, I figured out an issue. I didn't know I needed to call for equality on that. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, that's fine. Greater than or equal to uncommon is what we'll do. Come on, it can't identify that it should go into that. I get why it doesn't now looking at it. Inequality, the rainbow one? Oh, does that work? Great, that looks a lot nicer too. Heck. I think the worst part of this... Okay, so the good news is look how much quality stuff we got out. The bad news is look how much we gotta heckin' deal with ourselves now. But like in theory, this is going great. It doesn't look great at this exact moment because everything broke like 6 seconds into running it. You know what? I'm still not getting built immunity equipment and you can't make me. I guess you could theoretically make me. I'm not like that impassioned against it, but like, let me slide on the belts, you know? Let me live my best life that involves just sliding on the belts. I was put on this planet to ride belts and probably the other planets too. Artemis, what are you doing? You can fit the water. Why are you complaining? You're so dramatic. Okay. So now, I plug this back in. Everything works. What a time to be alive. It's so cool. I don't know if we're going to process things at an appropriate speed. That's totally possible that we won't. But I am happy with it so far. How in goodness's name did copper come up here? I figured out how copper came up here. Which we, oh no, that means that everything else that has like something like that needs to be fixed like immediately. I don't remember how many there were. That was certainly one. Was that like the only one? Yeah, on this side I think that was the only one. The other ones shouldn't matter at all, I hope. Okay. Look at that, we already got some purple iron plates. I forgot to put my modules in these as well. It's already broken because I accidentally an entire structure. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes you accidentally an entire structure, and there's nothing you can do about it, except for move the entire structure down slightly. And that solves all your problems. But I did, in fact, accidentally an entire structure, in my defense. I don't know what to upgrade next. I guess we do railgun shooting speed. I feel like we have enough cryogenic science sitting around now to do that. We might not, though. Thank goodness for bots. Wait, what? The stone turns into stone. Okay. That's good. That means I guess I don't have to do that. I could just reverse these. Boom. I had excess there. Fantabulous. What did I need? There was something I needed. These are processing. It'll just take a little bit of time. I needed the quality modules. I wanted to slam those all the way over there because I want to try to get the quality stuff. I got a legendary concrete. Holy. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Does it increase the speed? No, it doesn't. Imagine. I only walk on legendary concrete. I don't know where I want to use the epic ones. Oh, you know what? Let's put the epic ones back in the machine, duh. Seems like an obvious solution. It may still back up and there may still need to be things we fix. Like this might not be enough to deal with the concrete because concrete's so slow. But also it might be fine once it has a chance to like back up. Okay, quality in those. We ran out of power? Perfect. That's what I expected. Running out of power is half the fun. This is making copper, so I want that. This is making both of them, so I want those. Like these in the furnaces as well. I think this is making the ore. I guess those can have the rest of them. I need to put more in. We'll grab more in a little bit. Perfect. Okay, we already have 6 iron plate epics. There's something to be said about that. Also, we certainly don't have enough power, but that's fine. The trains are running. Everything is running for the most part. This seems like it's catching up now. It might not be. I think speed modules need to be implemented over here. So let's go grab some speed modules. I know that those are like particularly slow. That's. I thought there'd be a pain point in the concrete. Still got the bottom half of the island for cumulus. It's true. There's still a lot of space to do other stuff on the island, which is fantabulous. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Where are my speed modules? Should also shoot over some speed 3s probably, but I think that 2 uncommons are similar to 3s. Those are 50. Those are 49. Okay, 3s are just better than 2 uncommons by like a chunk. Okay. Okay, that looks like it helped a lot, actually. Like a tremendous amount. Who would have guessed? We need to go grab our cumes so we can slam down some cumes. But I think that the general structure of the island is sound enough. I'm going to quickly check on Novice and be disappointed. Give me one moment. There's some purple ones in there. Why did this break again? Because you only see 57 because the quality of them. Oh, you're such a pain. It's fine. There's a lot of like quality ones going around the thing. I think it's only a matter of time. We've finished 8 of them and there's a 10% chance is it to make it epic. So that's good. Actually, it's even more than 10%. Right? Because there's 4 quality modules in here instead of only 3. I mean, also we need to not destroy them. This is good. This is good. I like it. Everything's slowly but surely coming up, Miko. It just needs a little bit of time. How about Glebatorius Maximus? You still haven't finished another one? God, Glebas is so slow. Is it just the rocket launchers? It is. I need to make another rocket launcher maker. Where the heck was it? Ooh, we're iron conked. That's quite shocking. I don't think we've ever had a position where the iron was running and we ran out of iron ore before. I guess we're just using it at a pretty rapid pace. Makes sense. I could expand the iron maker. It should be actually quite easy to do, quite trivial, right? Because the iron maker is even like tileable technically. Where the heck is it? There it is. I could just smack a second one right here with no downside. My heart's telling me yes, but my mind is telling me panic, which is never good. Why is this different than I expected it to be? Why would there be two belties here? I guess this one's just slightly further back on that side. No, there is two over there. There's absolutely two on that side over there. Okay, that makes sense. This looks fine. The one quote-unquote issue is that... no, it should be fine. I'm gonna do it. I made this design with the intent that this would be doable, so I don't know why I'm like hesitating like this is like a real problem. I forgot there's not a lot of bots on Gleb. Actually, no, there should be an okay amount, right? It's almost done. Although like the whole base dies for a little bit when this is being done, so if they could like focus on this main line, like just this one specifically, this one underground right here that like stops the base from running, if that could get some priority. I know we did the other one, but if we could get the other underground belt, please, that makes it so that the base can just straight up turn off. Okay, yep, the ones down there are certainly important, but what if we do one up here? You could not see that was okay. There we go. That's better. I was getting a little stressed, I'll admit it. Gleba is certainly holding its breath. Oh, see, there we go. No nutrients down the line. Zero yummy, zero problems. I guess there's a lot of problems. Many problems with no yummy. Alright, Gleba's good. I got the snackies again. So... this... What do these wires connect to? Is it this? No. I see green wires. I know they connect somewhere. They're reading these belts, but why are they reading these belts? Oh, because they connect all the way back over there to see if they have to turn on the machine. That's what it is, right? Yeah. They're to see if we want to run this machine or not. Okay, great. This is not the most eloquent connection, admittedly. I think I might change that. I think I need to move this down to here, though, instead. Whoops. Really? I can't reach from there? Okay. I'm gonna disconnect that one. Because I want to plug it in right here, I think, instead. That's fine still. I know that this is coming from stuff expiring down there. I get it. I know what your goal is with what you're accomplishing, but I'd rather this get saturated on both sides of the belt. Ooh, stacked iron looks heckin' nice. I like that. Okay, that way. The numbers on this are going to be a little scrunked, though, because of my change, so I need to be a little bit careful. What? This is never even reading for anything anymore? Why not? Did I not connect that to everything else? Looks like all the green wires laid up. So why are you not reading iron ore? Okay, it connects, it stops connecting. Okay, well, that's an easy fix at least. Some point something got taken down to stop that, so it's just been running willy-nilly, which is fine. Okay, so that should hopefully help the dream. I can't believe, like, I know that I designed it so that it could do this, but I still can't believe how easy it was to set that up, to be honest with you. I love this design. This one, like, straight long belt of nutrients. I understand that, like, it's not the most efficient because it just kind of goes to die at the end because it's spending so long on the belt, but I really like it anyways. Cool, so that should at least help the dream a little bit. These are always running. Great. Gleba is missing a green belt somewhere that I called for. That makes sense. I don't think you have any green belts right now. I also really like how stack inserted bioflux looks. It also looks really good. Stack inserters are just like a dream. Cool. So now everything should be good. And this should be able to read the contents of the belt again, so it should turn off. Boom. The fact that it sees 1,000 shocks me. Oh, it's checking the boxes too, is that right? No? There's no way there's 1,000 iron ore here. No, there totally can be. Huh. Yeah, if there's 144 underneath there, it could totally be 1,000. Cool. So that was wasting a lot of materials before, but now it's not, which is a nice boon. So we fixed something as well. Okay, what are we doing here? We're grabbing something. I don't remember what it was. The steel also needs some speed modules. Kind of forgot the steel was very slow. I'm tempted to almost like shoot back red circuits to the main base because of how necessary they are. Maybe I'll set that up instead, the default red circuits. No reason to not supplement the main base with anything excess here, because all this is just being effectively wasted. So I don't see a reason to not take advantage. I totally picked up speed modules, right? There they are. They're hidden. Accumulators. That's what it was. I knew there was something. I just couldn't quite remember. Potato Brain Co. coming in. Happy Friday, by the way. It's been an eventful week for me. I almost streamed on Wednesday when I went to the dentist, but I started feeling really not good. I got a cavity filled, and so if I streamed, I would sound very funny. My tongue, I couldn't really feel my tongue, and I really thought it would make for good content, but I genuinely was feeling super not well. I had like a really bad headache, and I just like was not feeling it, so I just went to lay down instead. But I thought it would be fun. But instead I chickened out. This being said, I need to get my wisdom teeth out at some point. So whenever that's done, I'm sure I'll stream at some point when my head is still, or my recovery is still going on, which will be fun. Really is bummed about the wisdom teeth still. I thought I dodged a bullet having them not out when I was younger. And they're like, you know what, you gotta get them out now, and it's just gonna suck more. I was like, really? Well, that's cool, thanks. We have no cumes. We have many cumes. We're abundant of cumes. Yeah, I was really surprised the numbing stuff like actually like did something negatively to me. Cause like I've been like unconscious before because of like, you know, getting, what's the word I'm looking for? Stuff that makes you unconscious for like surgeries and stuff. Like I've been through that. And usually after that I wake up and I'm like a little out of it and then I'm good to go. But like apparently the dentist heckin' gunks me. I was done. I was like, nope. We're going to bed. Is this area free real estate? I believe it is, so we'll take advantage of it. But unfortunately, sometimes you gotta go to the dentist. That's life. I've known a few people that are really confident that dentists are like all scammers. I wonder if that's like a common trope or not. Didn't I have a blueprint for placing these down? I don't think I kept it. Yeah, me too. I got them out when I was like 30, put me out of action for a while. See, that's what I'm concerned about. Certainly worried about being incapacitated for a solid chunk of time from it. I'm hoping I can just bounce out of like a week. That my goal is 1 week, you know, 1 week to whine about it, stream while being kind of miserable. I imagine the way the streams are going to go is like, I boot up stream, I stream for like half an hour, I'm like, I feel awful, I stream for another hour, and then I'm like, I'm going to bed. That's what I expect. Maybe it won't be so dramatic. Yeah, that's something I'm also scared of. My family tends to have the kind of I think the proper term is addictive personalities, so I'm also nervous that they're going to give me stuff and my body's just going to be like pog. But we'll have to see. We'll play it by ear. Ideally things will just be fine. Good luck on the work meeting. So I think we're going to move a bunch of our power down here. I think that was my initial plan, maybe. I don't know, though. I'm going to try to fill in the edges with power first, I think. So I might use that for processing, but maybe it'll just be a big power node. We'll have to see how good our accumulator holds throughout the night. We already have a good chunk of it. We have a good chunk of accumulators still available to us, so let's put down more of them. It super sucks, though. Being, like, predisposed to getting addicted to stuff is, like... I don't want to say it's playing the game on hard mode, because I think that that's not quite fair, but it's certainly like, really? Like, I couldn't just kept it a little simpler. Life's kind of funny like that, though. It makes you really want to play MapleStory. Ugh, I haven't played MapleStory in a while. I go back, I level a character to like 200, I call it a day, and then I don't play it for a while again. Probably for the best. From my understanding, MapleStory is like a really expensive hobby nowadays. Not that it wasn't expensive years ago, but it's like really bad now. The only thing I get addicted to is mean women. That's a sentence I didn't think I would read today. I basically like lived a good chunk of my life being like overly cautious with certain things because I've been nervous to get addicted to stuff. And then instead I get addicted to like turbo nerdy crap instead, which is like way worse. Like I can't look cool being like, hey guys, check out my spaceship. Actually, that is really cool. Hey, look, I bought a bunch of cards for a card game. Although I haven't played a card game in a while. I've been nervous that I'd spend too much on like cards if I was like playing a physical card game. I have self-control, don't get me wrong. But it's just so easy to like indulge, you know? I guess that's the whole point of indulgence. Looks like we are not going to make it through the night tonight. But it was close at least this time. Oh no, we did make it. We have like actual legendary iron plate. Holy guacamole, I can't believe it. I didn't think I'd see legendary stuff so soon. This is awesome. The dopamine from that was a lot higher than I anticipated. I don't know why it was so high. Oh my god, we're getting actual legendary stuff. This is so cool. I love it. I don't know if I can get enough of it. This might have awoken something dark in me, to be honest with you. I should preemptively set up the holmium drop-off. What do I do about... Like, the fact that this has so much firepower but is struggling to get from area to area that I've already done normally is so surprising to me. Why does my belt look so scuffed? I guess it was like almost full on items. Am I really out of inserters entirely? I do have stack inserters. The belt looks crazy. Why is it moving like this, like it's vibrating? I swear belts don't do that in this game. That is not normal. They just stop moving normally. They don't vibrate and move slowly. This is not normal. Alright, I'm gonna pay attention to what goes wrong. I'm gonna save game here because this is working now, which is like really where I wanted to start. Because I wanted to start processing stuff. I was really hoping we would have some uranium by now. It's not processing any of this stuff because this stupid thing. You know, I'm gonna just set it back down to 0. Just so they start processing the fancier stuff, because we have like a decent amount of stuff that could roll up. Getting 8 of these is gonna suck though. Oh, we're actually like going negative on those, which is a surprise. That only activates when this is full of them. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. I mean, I guess I did it before, so I was at least cognizantly aware of it. I could have this spit out quality uranium 235 as well. That might be... that could be easier. I don't know. Uranium is so confusing. I was really hoping this would go easy. Said it's putting up a heckin' fight. Oh, hot dog. Aw, heck. I just want one legendary one. We need like 8 of them, don't we? Heck, it's so many. Yeah, it's 4 for each of them, and we need 2, so we need heckin' 8. Throw me a bone. Bone equals throne. Ask and ye shall receive. It hit it on the 10th one too. Oh no, it was on the 12th one. So you're a little dry on that one. All right, bone equals throne. We've received bone. Bone received. Good. I'm feeling better. Railgun shooting speed up. Dopamine has just been received, and it was basically free of charge, which is just awesome. Let me go for a laser. Is it that the laser's not good enough? All right, let's save the game here. Legendary stuff is now flowing to an extent. Flowing is a strong way to put it. I'm gonna have you go to Fulgora. And you're certainly gonna have issues, and I'm gonna try to figure out why. Maybe it's an issue of quality turrets. Quality turrets should be easy to make, right? Like gun turrets. Yeah, no, they're super easy. they're profoundly easy. As soon as I get this to Fulgora, I can take care of it. These have not been updated again. Maybe these back ones should be filtered to do the other ones as well. There's an idea. We took 2 hits, unfortunately. We lost the turret in a weird spot. It's just so fast. All right, hold on. Let's kill thrust. Okay, our railguns survived, which is the important thing here. We don't have any repair packs, which is also something we'll probably want to shoot up. Alright, we got it above Fulgora, which is really where I wanted it, because we can replace all these with quality. If we have quality in the turrets, they'll have more range, they can kill them further away. That might be enough to kind of get us where we need to be. Really don't want to use lose a railgun in the meantime, though, so let's make sure that we get some repairs up there ASAP. Now that we're floating, we should be just fine. How is the fuel and everything on Firefly? Looks like fine, except for... We have a bunch of oxidire buffered in here, but we just don't have much calcite coming down here. Oh, I guess because the calcite's going into the iron, because we needed more of that. That belt, I meant to, like, make sure that this stuff was evenly distributed on the belt, but it's too late now. It's all, like, slowly vibrating in a circle. It's over. Okay, so Firefly is here. Great. We need to create some repair packs on Fulgora. Gonna just quickly do that over here in the lazy way. Repair pack. There it is. Boom. Do that instead. Just make some of them and then shoot it up. Perfect. Great. Awesome. That'll at least repair Firefly. And if it's any like minor hits or something, it'll be able to just repair them naturally. Though it's something we're gonna have to fix. Oh my god, we have a legendary steel plate as well. Put a pump on one thruster fluid. It has more limited flow, slightly slower. You can destroy the asteroids better. The way stuff on this paintball moves slowly reminds me of like car commercials where the wheel spin backwards. Yes, right? It's weird. It's like it's going so fast. It's exactly. I couldn't put it into words how I felt about it. Put a pump on one thruster fluid. Why would a pump make it slower? Being slower is definitely ideal, so I like this, but I'm surprised a pump would have that as an outcome. Pump limits at 1200 per second? Wow. I didn't know that. I'm making 150 times 8 per second, so certainly more than 1200. Not a crazy amount more, though. I had no idea pumps had a limit. Right? Am I making 1200 per second? Wait. 150, 800, 400. I'm making 1200 per second. Like on the nose. My design is too perfect. I just couldn't help it. I don't know. Maybe I could have the pump switch on and off somehow. God, this design is so big. I didn't realize how many asteroid collectors I put on in the long run. I really like it, though. Yeah, it's exactly 1200. Read the speed from the hub in a circuit. But can I have this actually turn on and off is the question. I like that idea, though, of, like, effectively auto-thrusting him. Ah, I can. Okay. What is the number? Read speed. Speed is V. Okay. So it's disabled when V is greater than 100? Oh, interesting. There's a damage taken too, so you could say like to turn it off if it takes too much damage. That's a cool thought. I'm gonna save just to like test this really quick. I know I'm saving a lot. Everything broke. Hold on. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. How are there blue circuits down here? What in tarnation did I do? This wasn't meant to be blue circuits. What the heck was supposed to happen here? Okay, this was meant to be blue circuits. It was meant to be blue circuits processed. That's what it was. Okay, that's fine. I see what this was supposed to be. Right? Because then red circuits go here. Okay, but there's also extra iron here, so I didn't set this up goodly at all, is really what I've learned. Do batteries not output... Oh, whoops. I see. I put that as ore instead of that. Although it looks like it would have been fine with just one. Okay, so this was not right. This is incorrect. So we need to fix this. I'm gonna just slurp all of the blue circuits off here so that this starts to slowly heal. Too many circuits is not a problem I thought I would have, but I'm glad I have it. Okay. So these go into advanced circuits. Were they making iron, or did they just end up with... Oh, they ended up with iron because it cycled stuff into itself. I understand. Cool. So this should just be fine now. They won't normally make iron. Now it's just stacks of really satisfying looking green and red, which now properly get processed. Great. But these are broken now, so I need to clean them out. But once I clean them out once, it should just be good to go. Goodness, that was quite the hiccup. Okay, so just seeing any legendaries at all is really like firing the dopamine receptors. We're up to 2 of the uranium fuel cells. Okay, we're making it. We're making it. We're making it. It actually feels like I made a small tangible amount of progress, which is quite a nice feeling. I'm surprised we don't have much coming through here. I expected way more. I guess this furnace stack was really overkill. So let's, now that I've just saved, I'm going to try to send the Firefly around to, I guess, Gleba. Really, I just want to see this. Okay, so it is kilometers per second, which is what I was hoping. So this will run out of fuel. I'm going to just load regardless. This is now running out of fuel, so therefore its speed it's stifled. It still ramps up too high. I think it's because I had it skunked before. But now we're way slower. Once we have quality on the turrets and stuff, it'll be a nice difference. This is a nice moon. We're going for the Spidertron, but we're going to end up with getting turrets and stuff. It drops to 100, which is maybe a little bit too slow. It kicks back on, and when it injects it, we bump up to almost 120. I mean, honestly, this might just be a slow and steady type thing. I want different music. I'm tired of Maple Story music. Okay, cool. So this is clearly like good. This limits it so it's like fairly slow. It'll take a long time to get anywhere, but it'll get everywhere. I like it. In theory, I like it. Maybe we bump it up from 100 to 120, like maximum. Maybe not. Okay, I need to remove your filters. I realized that was a bad idea. They have laser resistance. I was just panicking and I didn't have a Planikin at the time. How's our fuel looking? Looks like we have plenty of buffered thruster, but we're low on calcite. Does the calcite get a hard priority on one side? Music's a little bit louder than I want it to be. There we go. So our calcite comes from here. Our ice is not backed up, even though it kind of looks like it is. Calcite goes down here, splittered, boom, goes down here, comes through here, goes down here, calcite. So you get a bunch of calcite from the copper side specifically. Splitter, boom, goes down here. Ah, okay. So it's because iron is in much higher demand than copper that the calcite to the coolant is being conked a little bit. Ways to rectify this? Productivity modules, in the foundry at least, would be a very good idea. It'll mean less calcite seems to be used on the stem. Could also put productivity modules in the thrusters as well. The power demand will go up, but I think it's almost certainly worth it. I really like what the belts are doing. I really don't know why they're doing this, and I swear I've never seen belts do this before. Perhaps I haven't, didn't remember though. Okay, good. This is good. I think that this was a positive learning experience. I think it's going to struggle to successfully get back to Fulgora, but I think it can do it. There's a display panel somewhere still. Where is it? There it is. We don't need that display panel anymore. It kicks on. It has a buffer, so it goes really fast in the beginning, but the pump doesn't allow any more in. Because the pump... Ah, okay. So when it's off, the pump puts a bunch of juice in it. That's actually a little bit worrying, too. Because we go really fast. We do at the very beginning, we go wicked fast, and then we start to slow down a little bit. Better quality on these turrets. Having these to be able to shoot like this far out instead of this far out is going to be like game changing for us. I like this though. This is enough for us to get it to and from without it breaking. Very clever solution. Not something I would have considered either, so I appreciate the help a lot. Cool. Cool. Yeah, the back ones are like... They do so little. This has one kill. The fact that this has a kill in itself is scary. This is good. I wish you could get inserters. I mean, maybe it's a use case for stack inserters here. But it would be nice if the inserters could like hold ammo in them. I guess stack inserters can do that, but they'll only dump it at a specific time. So it takes us a little bit while to get to where we want to go, with the speed being hindered. But I think it's probably worth it. So I'm going to just pause thrust, let us coast into Fulgora, because we want to chill about Fulgora, because now, assuming that nothing's backed up again, which it looks like everything's good, we're going to slowly produce things to make things that we want, like high quality turrets. Like right now, oh my god, we have way too much of this stuff already. I knew that that was going to be a problem. So let's do the setup that we were talking about before, or at least like noodling with the idea of. One, I want to move this steel chest over a little bit. So I want this to have a thing outputting here. Do we have any more quality modules, or are we out? We do, okay, thank goodness. It's gonna be a little bit of an awkward, not where I meant to put that. There we go. It's gonna be a little bit unfortunate to move this just because my inventory is so full. We have so much epic already. That looks so good. I'm so happy with this. I know it maybe is not the most impressive thing in the world. Maybe not. I mean, definitely not. But I'm actually really proud of this. Quality is so confusing to me, and the fact that I made it this far is like such a big win for me mentally. Unironically. All right, let's move this up one more. Sorry, I know it's too early to be feeling myself. We should wait a little bit until we have everything like truly set up. But this is good. This is like nice. We can use this as like our own personal shopping area. So we want to filter this. Specifically, I want it to be filtered for iron, plate. And we'll do, I guess, rare and below. We could potentially do uncommon and below as well. But rare and below is probably fine because of how much we process of this stuff. So it'd be this one. Then those go through here. They pop out here. And boom. Oh, this is so cool. I really like this. And then this chest should eventually only be epics and legendaries. Oh, it's so cool. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Something's wrong. Oh, interesting. There is certainly a use case for the stack inserters. Or I guess a non-use case. Is there a way to tell a stack inserter to dump prematurely? Looks like they all broke. Oh yeah, there's a trick for these? Cool, what's the trick? I feel like there's gotta be something. I see that there's override stack size, but I don't want it to like deliberately only grab like one each time. Why are the stack inserted to the chest? Set filters. What? That just works? That's incredible. I can't believe that just works. Why does that work? Actually, I understand why it works. It's filtering for things it's capable of picking up instead of just blindly guessing. Filter to only pick up things that are still in the chest. When its holding doesn't match, it drops it. Oh my god, that's so clever. Thank you. That's perfect. And it's like exactly what I needed. I can't believe it. I mean, I understand why it works. God, that's so cool. I was like, man, the belts are running kind of thin. Oh, this is so cool. I know I'm like oozing about this, but like, man, the dopamine receptors are on full activation today. Okay, so what was our goal with this? We wanted to get our legendary Spidertron, in addition, legendary turrets for Firefly. We've been rocking with uncommon for the best quality things usually we've been doing, so hopefully epics will be nice. Took me so long to figure out Fulgora. Situated just like that. My first time had 3 combinators per inserter. Combinators put the fear in me, if I'm being honest with you. Combinators make me scared. Alright, so hypothetically speaking, let's see where we're at. Let's look at turrets, because I know I want a few epic turrets. Boom. Epic turrets. They take gear wheels, copper plates, and iron plates. Are gear wheels 1-to-1 with iron? They're 2-to-1, so it's technically like losing out a little bit by not keeping epic gear wheels, but I think it's still fine. So I'll grab the epic iron plates. Oh, this is so cool. I'm really happy about this. Epic gear wheels. Boom. So there's epic gear wheels going in, epic iron plates, and I'm sure we have epic copper plates somewhere. I don't remember where copper goes, though. Copper goes down here. Then goes there, and then goes here. Okay, I was standing right next to it. We have less copper that's epic right now. We should probably set up the same loop we have with the iron to make the copper higher quality. But now, boom, epic turrets. 23 range versus what's the default range? 18. That's significant. We can't make a crazy amount yet, but I think it's a nice start. As long as this is running, we should always end up with a good amount of stuff. I realize now that I overdid a lot of these machines, but you know, this is very much a live and learn experience, and if something gets really backed up, it'll help clean it out quicker, I guess. I really like this legendary concrete. Okay, so how many turrets are we gonna want? There's like, what do we say, 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's 20 turrets now. I'm willing to bet we could probably cut back on some of them. Like, These have done, this one's done like no damage at all. This one's actually done a significant amount, but this one's done like nothing. This one's literally never hit anything ever. This said, it probably will once we make them epic. So I'm thinking the ones that are doing the least right now are the ones we should improve the first, you know? So I would like to turn them all epic, to be honest. Oh my goodness. That range is so big on those rockets and stuff. I was like, this is crazy. We could see our whole coverage combined. I want to see what a normal turret looks like next to this, though. Okay, yeah, that's pretty significant. Wait, no, is that the same size? It's not epic yet. Okay, no, it's normal. That's normal. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look any different. I understand why it doesn't look any different. All right, I'm gonna just manually send these up, I think. Where are the rocket turrets? I want to see the difference in real time. I think it'll be pretty significant. Man, that filter thing on those stack inserters is so genius. I'm going to leave my mouse over this so when it lands, we'll be able to see it change in real time. Did I send it to the right ship? Did I send it to the Artemis? Don't tell me. I was impatient. No. Oh my god, its range is enormous. Look at that. That outranges the one in front of it by like 4 tiles. Holy guacamole. Yeah, Epic's gonna make a difference. That's what we're looking for. That's crazy how much bigger that is. That almost outranges the one on the front of the ship. It's like genuinely close. That's awesome. Okay, see, this is good. We're making the legendary Spidertron, but in the meantime, we're making some legendary turrets as well. Probably laser turrets too. Surely those take batteries. Although I think I'm breaking down the laser turrets. We're making all of these though. The nice thing is that if we get high quality of like red or blue circuits, especially blue circuits, we could just break them down into the other quality of the circuits. Quality is so cool. I kind of wish I incorporated this earlier, but this was so complex that I don't think my little peanut brain could have handled it well. That turret has some real range on it now, though. We need to lean into stuff like that more. Okay, so this is good. This is good. I want to set up what we are doing over here, but with the copper as well. So we'll move the copper over to here so that these can output back into the copper. I can't believe we haven't run out of green belts. Okay, so this will output like this with those filters. I guess I can move this over to the side technically, but I'm lining it up with that so it looks a little nicer, I guess. I guess I can move the box altogether. Actually, I'll do that instead. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So this will be filtered for copper. I assume epic is what I should be aiming for on this level. Maybe not. It's going to be equal to or less than. The copper is a lot more scarce though. So maybe keeping the rare one's a good idea too. But I really want the epic. We can produce more copper. That's something that's worth noting. I'm just simply sitting on some of the major copper producers rather than using them right now. Which is these circuits over here, because these will produce a good chunk of copper down the line. Yeah, that's 4 cables per each one. So this is 8 cables for each one. Cool. LDS can be cracked open for the juicer copper. Good point, because the LDS I don't really have a good use for right now. The LDS also gives us plastic, which is nice too. How's our power been? Looks like we're peaking out. We need to add more cumes. I'm kind of feeling the edges. I had kind of plans for this area, but maybe I'll just fill it up with only cumes. I don't know what my plans were going to be exactly. And I'm living in a world where I'm like, what if, rather than, you know, just committing to something. It's funny, in this playthrough, there's an achievement, apparently, where you go to space without ever making any solar panels, and I did that in this playthrough because I just never found solar panels to be all that useful. Which is, like, probably pretty dumb, because I've made some cool solar panel designs before, but, like, I feel like nuclear is just so much more convenient. So I usually just, at least in this one, I say usually, but I've never really played Factorio alone before this playthrough. But I just went to go learn nuclear because I thought it'd be fun to learn it, and it was fun to learn it. And nuclear is so heckin' good. No flack thrown to solar panels, though, of course. This is another weird thing, like in my games with my friends, no one had ever done nuclear before. Like when we went to play Warp Drive Machine, which we haven't played in a long time. I don't know if we'll ever play it again, but when we were playing Warp Drive Machine, like I set up nuclear because none of them had any idea how to, but they all had like hundreds of hours more than me. Like, what the heck are you guys doing? You're supposed to be the smart ones. I'm supposed to be the noob that you tell everything to. Okay, cool. So that should be a good chunk more power. Hopefully that lasts through the night. Went from 2.2 to 3.3 gigajoules, so it's a pretty big increase. I love watching this work. It's interesting that this side truly just is like a dead end of destruction. I could make it better by trying to upscale it and then move it over, but I like it as is for the moment. Maybe they were pranking you? Maybe. Yeah, we don't do nuclear. I guess Miko has to do it. Maybe. It was really fun to learn, though, so certainly not upset about it. I definitely overdid this stack. I don't know why I was under the assumption that this would produce a crazy amount of ore when it makes 0.1 per second. I'm sorry. This is the legendary concrete machine. Here, I have one for you. All right, it doesn't output anything. Me, this is my special legendary cryogenic science pack. I'm taking it everywhere. Also me. I was really hoping to see 3. That's okay. 2's not bad. So this is doing what I need to. Gleba is now what I'm most worried about. Oh, but look at our stacks now. Interesting. Our bioflux is actually like one-lined currently. I wonder why that is. As long as we're not fully running out, we should be good. Did you ever make that second rocket launcher assembler? No, I didn't. That's totally what the issue is. I bounce between things so much, it's a real problem. Yeah, it's definitely the rocket launcher that's an issue. Good call. Why is the iron so gunked? I guess it's just the steel demand. Why is the steel demand so high? Because the LDS demand is high? I feel like I need more smelters. I could certainly afford a better iron stack now. I think that's what I'll do, is extend it out this way maybe. Clearly we gotta smelt iron quicker. You did leave room for beacons? I did. I didn't even notice that there were no beacons here. Probably because I was struggling on power so bad before. This could also potentially obliterate our power, but I feel like we did something that fixed it. Surely I have speed 3s on here. This will be like a really significant chunk of power change, though. Although we do have the luxury of efficiency here. Power is looking fine, although look at that spike. Holy guacamole. Okay, see, that's looking a lot better. That's the belt of iron we're looking for. What's getting hurt? Alright. So Gleba, speed beacons, the power kept up. Where the heck is the power rate? It's down here. But I have it set up so that these are being fed fuel, so it should be fine. Okay. The iron might fall behind on this, but hopefully not. This doesn't have power, so one of our things down here isn't working, so we'll fix that really quick too. It's also going the wrong direction. That iron stack's looking significantly better. Oh yeah, now everything's perfectly saturated. So at least this is going to be running full force now instead of fighting for iron. Which will already be a really big boon. I should make a second one though, for sure. Need to do some underground belting, so we'll do that as well. Maybe the power is a problem. Why is the power gunked? Am I just not producing enough? Yeah, this is still plenty of heat. Could certainly improve the power. The one sketchy thing is every time that I add more of these, it's like basically a nightmare to get it heated again. It's a real pain in the butt. Being that these got so far ahead, I think I'm going to plug in some efficiencies in addition to the speed 3s. Just for now. I might fix it later. Because we have the efficiency 3s here. Should help balance out the speed and still give it a good chunk of speed. Do I really not have these makeable on Gleba? I guess that kind of makes sense. No. Go back to Gleba. Go back to Gleba. I know you met your conditions, but now you can leave. Okay. So now Gleba is going to fill in at least some of these, which will be nice. I also don't have any heat pipes either. Great. That's okay. Because I can actually use... Firefly to deliver stuff now without any issue. And Firefly has a significant amount of storage available. I know we have heat pipes and stuff on here, so I'll make a request for heat pipes. I don't know if we have steam turbines and stuff. Looks like no, but I can probably make them. We don't need heat exchangers. We certainly don't need heat exchangers. Alright, I take it back. You know how I was kind of trash talking for Fulgora before? It's actually like wicked convenient. I wasn't meaning to trash talk it either. I didn't know the ways of quality, okay? And now I understand them. I could try to make these quality too. Steam engine. Steam turbine. Okay, Fulgora is actually out of crafters, which is really funny. I hope I have some on me. I do. I have a good chunk of them on me. Perfect. This being said, I also want to make one more of these scattered around here so that we have a crafter. Assembling machine, not a crafting machine. Oh heck, I forgot how assembling machine crafting worked. This is long overdue. I should have just had them feed into each other, but it's fine. Okay. This should cascade. They're all limited to 1 stack each anyways. Cool. That'll be fine. I'm a little concerned that Firefly is still too fast. I'm hoping that with the better turrets we'll be finer. Getting this started was like the first big step because now we're producing resources that we can use. Look at that. Beautiful. How are we doing on the copper? We might want to start cracking into more copper. I'm thinking that's going to be the play. Let's crack down the LDS like we were postulating before. So this will be a low density structure. It turns into 3 things: copper, steel, and plastic, it looks like, as our third one. I would like this to be lined up with the one above, actually, so I'm going to move it. This being said, we are going to want to put our quality modules into this because we want best quality we can. This design is so cool. I mean, maybe it's not that good. I can fully accept the design is not perfect, but dagnabbit, I just like it. Copper plate of any quality. Okay, so now the copper plates plug in here. Boom. And they go down there. I don't really want them to get stuck here, so I'm gonna just have them plug in like that. This will be, I forgot what it was, steel and something else. Let me just look at the structure for low density structure really quick, or the construction. There it is. Steel and plastic. Steel, I think we have somewhere already. We do. We have steel up there. So I'm going to just plug steel upwards, I think, and call that one a day. Perfect. So that'll be our steel output there. I'll have to copy this again. And output priority, right? This will be plastic, and then we'll put plastic into a box for now. Any quality. Boom, steel chest. I mean, we could start making high quality steel chests so we could store more of our garbage in singular, or less chests. I was gonna say singular chests, but I don't think it'll be enough. Okay, so I've just stuffed the extra LDS in here. That'll help with a good chunk of extra iron, or copper, excuse me. Steel as well. I think we're gonna have to start setting up the thing for the steel that we set up for the iron to upcycle it and then put it back in the system, which will be fine. I'll put this over here for now. I think I'm gonna try to fit it in some undergrounds, but I think 6 might be too wide. I prefer odd numbers anyway, so I'm gonna scale this one down to 5 because 5 fits my specific desires in this case a lot better. So I'm gonna cut those up, and then we're going to put them like this. And then the steel goes back out. We'll set up a filter for this, and we'll make it steel, any quality blue equal to or less than. And we'll feed that back in the system. I guess we can set up like this. This might get stuck this way. Since this is on the slower side, but it might just take a little bit to catch up to where it was before. Maybe I want to do 2 stacks of these instead. Honestly, it doesn't look like we produce steel that quickly. Looking at how little's coming on the belt now. So it'll probably be fine. It might just need a little bit of time. It also might back up just because of like how I set it up so late. Whoops. Yeah, it's still a pretty significant amount. I guess I'll keep an eye on it. It may back up on its own. It's processing them fairly quickly, though. We'll have to keep an eye. We might have to set up another chunk of these. You know what? I'm going to set up another chunk now, actually. I changed my mind. There's no reason to wait on this. Whoops, that is a bad position for this, unfortunately. I ran out of Dingummy ones, the crafty doos, the cycle boos. I can't believe it. This is the saddest thing that's ever happened to me. My young life. I really don't know how I'm going to proceed. Except for to grab a handful more. I mean, I guess we can make quality recyclers too, which have a higher crafting speed, so that would speed up the process for a lot of these as well. Oh, I forgot what Gleba needs love right now. I completely forgot that Gleba has like an urgent issue to deal with. My bad, my bad, my bad. So Firefly was loaded up with stuff. I'm gonna send it to Gleba now. Hopefully it makes it okay. I'm gonna save again. I'm really nervous. I really like this ship. I'm hoping that with this one upgrade, it's already going to be a big improvement. Because these turrets that were doing literally nothing before should be doing quite a bit now instead. Ah, yeah, yep. Fantastic. Look at that. There's so much support at the front, it doesn't get very close to our ship anymore. Now, it is slower, but that's okay because, you know, slow and steady wins the race sometimes. I really love that we can deliberately feather our fuel. That is a very cool thing conceptually to me that we can set up automation for, because I didn't think that's going to be possible, to be honest with you. I do want to go pick up productivity module 3s as well. We'll have to swing back to novice. I forgot that that was something I wanted. How's our power doing, actually? I assume it's fine. The fusion generators are doing fine, it looks like. It was kind of fluctuating a little bit. Alright, so we're totally fine to slide on in to Gleba. We will drop down. Okay, I'm very confused why in goodness' name you have Bioflux. You had Bioflux because of like a weird situation, I think, where I had you fix an issue on Novice. I think that's where your Bioflux came from. So we're going to shoot down the Bioflux, but most importantly, I want to shoot down this stuff. Oh, we have some productivity modules already. Great. I shot them up ahead of time, I guess. I am a little bit concerned on the impact that they're going to have on the power situation. This will technically make us make slower fuel as well, which is worth noting. But I've noticed that our oxidizer is often behind. Did I just see stuff that was not properly gunked? Here's Firefly. We ran out of them at the end. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now Gleba needs some power. Okay, so this should heat up. These should kick on. We need to actually connect the water, though. This will double the power supply on here. Laser Weapons 11 is now completed, which is nice as well. Any small upgrades we can take for the ship. In this case, it's a pretty significant one. Laser Weapon goes up by 70 each tier, so I'm actually quite happy with that. I'll take mining productivity. Kind of a long time coming. 100% mining productivity will be a nice boon. Okay, what broke here? I didn't connect this belt. That's what broke here. But also this can't output. Why can't put this output? Because it has nowhere to go but here. I mean, something I can do at least that'll help a good chunk of it would be this. Because then those other machines will start running as well. I think I should change how I'm doing this. I think having an input from over here is a better idea to keep the thing going to... Alright. Into the Breach music is going through. I mean, it's not bad or anything right now, but I want to change it up again. That's a good choice. I'm really on that, like, puzzle game kind of mindset. I think it's my fault for stuffing these full of stuff earlier. I think that really gunked us. Oh my gosh, I forgot we had a second thing feeding from down here as well. The LDS. Okay, that's what it was. It was just a massive influx from a few different things at once that I wasn't quite prepared for. Thankfully, our copper plates are looking quite epic, as it were. This is taking a little bit to get its heat up, which is no big surprise. Hopefully it doesn't mean that we need to improve our fuel either. This is going so slow over here. I was really hoping it'd be quicker with the second rocket maker, but I guess having bots be the decider of them all is gunking us. At least it looks like we're not falling too far behind on carbon fiber. Looks like our Yumako demand is a lot higher than it was before. Which is fine. That's something we can always scale up a little bit more without too much trouble. Can't believe this made 1.3 million. That's nuts. I could combine these together, but I think having a separate heating system here is probably a better idea. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. I think the entirety of the space turns off if I do this. I'm going to do it. I'm curious enough to find out, if I'm being honest with you. Me, this is probably a bad idea before I heat it up. Also me, but what if... I mean, this is almost up there anyways. It's heating. Maybe I want one more heater anyways. That feels good. Where are we making a rocket fuel? I can't believe how gunked our Yumako is looking. What the heck? How did there get to be Yumako spoilage? Huh. I didn't think that was possible. I wonder if that's causing us some grief too. I was really looking for something that took spoilage off that wasn't a long-headed inserter. There we go, that's fine. The low power is definitely part of the issue here. Ah, yeah, everything turned off. Look, it's fine. Once these all turn on, our power is fixed again. Like, it's just the issue we had with Gleba before. Novice is being Mondo attacked per norm. I can't believe how easy Novice is to defend. I really just put it in a big old box like pretty early on in the playthrough, and then it's just kind of lived there. Okay, that needs power too. Noted. Okay, everything's kicking on now. Boom, we're now making like 300 megawatts. Little under, but that's okay. Oh yeah, this is looking way better now. Even just having the inserters pull out appropriately is good enough for it to be back on track. Cool, 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 cool. Hopefully that catches us back up. It does worry me a little bit that half the belt of the bioflux is getting gunked, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be fine either way. There's a big chunk of rocket fuel missing, but it's because we just had a couple chest requests, a big chunk of them. I think we're still fine. Can easily speed module this specific setup too, like this is no issue. Forgot we had Spidertrons chilling over here in case things went horribly wrong. Good times. Alright, so Firefly did what it needed to. We're going to send it back over to Fulgora to chill above Fulgora. Forgot it has my emotional support cryogenic science pack legendary. I'm gonna save once more. I don't know why I'm nervous suddenly. I haven't looked at a kilo in a long time. I realize now that that's something that happened. I guess a kilo just doesn't do much besides make science packs, which it's full on, which is another... Holy cow, there's so much science. Because the Artemis had some issue. It ran out of water. It's still filling its water tanks? Alright, you know what? I assume you're good again. How's Firefly doing? Firefly's doing just stellar. Love that. Let's go ahead and save once more. We should be fine with the water on the Artemis now. I wanted to go to a kilo and start doing trips again. I don't know why I'm nervous about it when it was like perfectly fine and functional for an extremely long time. Surprised the Artemis works so well. You know what the Artemis is doing well? It's the uncommon turrets. Unironically, it's just the uncommon everything. That's totally what made a big difference. It stops them from getting overwhelmed by having a bigger range, for sure. Although it'd be even better if we could fit some laser turrets to not worry about the small ones as much. Cool, but the Artemis is working. Firefly is looking good. We're backed up on ice, which surprises me. I don't think that's traditionally supposed to happen. I'll set this condition instead to 650, because clearly this is too high. The stack inserter makes it weird. Okay, it's too high times 2 electric boogaloo. These machines getting stuck means calcite's not coming out of them, which is an issue. So I want to be as careful as we can. I really love that the belt's doing this. I have no idea why it is, though. I would turn that on all my belts if I could, because like on Novice, speaking of Novice, we haven't checked in a bit. The belts just kind of stop moving after a certain point when they're full on stuff. Are we out of red science? That's crazy. I didn't realize that we were out of red science. Guess we're not fully out, but we're out a little bit. Where's a good example? Probably this setup? Yeah, like they just sit there. I want these to be like slowly like glitching in and out of existence. I feel like I'm not asking for too much. Look at all those productivity modules. Delicious. This is it. We made it at that point. Unironically, it's like way more useful for it to be doing that, because then these will have a chance to actually grab ammo if it doesn't get frozen in a bad spot. So like it's a boon. Maybe that's why it does it on space platforms specifically. I don't know. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. You've just been going between all the planets for fun. I see. Just don't. Stop. Cease. Pause thrust. I think you'll be fine to go back to Fulgora, but I just want you to chill there for a little bit. You need your turrets and stuff upgraded. Some legendary plastic bars for us as well. I should set up robots here and requesters so that we can like manually, or automatically I should say, create these. Honestly, I forgot what we wanted to make for the Spidertron here. I think it was radars and stuff, which we'll have to do. I'm just like, these turrets got me feeling something. I'm so dumb. Wait. Quality modules. These could spawn even higher. Think about the quality, Miko. You need to use quality on everything. You could have legendary gun turrets if you were less dumb. No. I hate it here. Are we out of quality modules? Nope. Quite the opposite. Would say we have an abundance of them. All right. Four epic gun turrets already. Holy. Oh, I'm really feeling it. I have become Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. Great game franchise. I really need to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 3 one day. Every time I pick it up, I'll play like 20 minutes and then my focus just completely evaporates from it, and I just can't do it anymore. All the brain power I allocated to it is gone. I don't know why. Ah, okay, Firefly hasn't arrived here yet. It did get pretty far. I should just manually bring it home. It'll certainly get enough speed to just show up here in a hot second. I would like to see the calcite more backed up on this side. I know it's always backed up on this side. I'd really like to see it backed up on this side. I guess once this side gets fully backed up, if it ever does get quote-unquote fully backed up, it should move over. This calcite comes from here. I bet I could fit up or set up a condition for it to like swap it to prioritize the side when there's like less than a certain amount there. It's probably fine for now. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Right, I was gonna send it up to Firefly. I think the interior ones are the ones I want to upgrade first. I really want to upgrade all of them eventually, though. Let's look over at the Spidertron, our other primary goal. So what did we need to make for the Spidertron here? The plan was exoskeletons and radars. We have the caveat of also being able to shoot over stuff for the rocket turret, the fission reactors and the fission reactors. So we can now ship most of these things, like the plastic and stuff too. Any plastic we could get, we can try to scale up to legendary and just ship it over for... I assume the rocket turret uses it for the carbon fiber, and that's why... Very nice, the range on those. Oh, I'm really feeling it. I'm really glad we set up this quality island. This was like something I talked about basically when we were first scouting out Fulgora that I wanted to do. I don't think it's perfect. I think there's certainly room for improvement. It looks like the steel got out of its backup, which is nice. Gonna manually feed some of the blue and green into it. Legendary is nice. I can live with epic. Alright, I have more quality modules. Let's just stack these like everywhere. If it's not using them in the process, it needs to be. Oh, I should put the blue ones in here. That's a good point. We have 83 legendary iron plates. We could probably make some legendary gun turrets. I'm gonna hold off on the spending legendaries yet because my initial goal was for the ooh, a legendary gear wheel already. Okay, that was nice. I put that in there with the understanding that it could happen, but I didn't think it was gonna roll so quick. Although I guess it's not that unlikely when you're working with Epic. So we will do gear wheel and we will do only legendary. I need to put down some more of these roboports around. I want robots to be down here eventually. So it'll be nice to get them interspersed. Plus we haven't been able to have like good vision in this area because of our lack of roboports. Cool. That looks pretty good. I may as well plug in the roboports. One, because it's nice for them to charge bots when we have bots in here. And two, so that we can have more lightning collectors able to collect some stuff in our system. Cool. Now we have full vision of this island. It's much better. I guess we're technically missing a little bit of it, but not much. I'm really happy with this. This is so cool. Fulgora is so cool. Four epic gun turrets more. Almost with mining productivity 9. Does that affect scrap as well? I don't see why it wouldn't, right? Okay, I have a request for 2 more of them, but we can certainly fit more. I think we're primarily going to want the quality on the front of the ship rather than the back, so I'm not going to sweat too much the back. I see a request for these 4, so that means there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 without quality after this. So we're actually like ahead of the curve. We have more than half of them with quality now. Look at that range. Normal turret versus quality turret. Oh my goodness. This covers like the whole front of the ship. Incredible. Sorry, I'm feeling myself still. I do think, however, and I know it's short and I'm terribly sorry for that, I do think I'm going to call the stream here. This was a lot of good progress towards the Spidertron goal. Let's do a quick update check on our whatever the heck it's called. I need to fix our red science too. I guess we've been running the base off of this for a while, and I believe it has reared its ugly head. This one iron gear wheel maker, the 280,000 iron gear wheels this thing has made. That's really funny. Thanks for the stream. I'm also popping out for the day. Well, I appreciate you stopping in anyways. Hopefully you have a nice day. Okay, let's quickly check on our quality and then I'll wrap up for good. Still at 2. No way. Okay, that's actually like catastrophic that's how that went down. I think it's time to change Novice over in its power. That's diabolical. Why did these turn off so bad? Whoops. I guess the process of Kovarex is just so heckin' ultra slow. Huh. Well, that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with next time because Novice might just straight up turn off. So I'm going to leave everything off for a little bit to preserve our power. We're not that screwed. There's a lot of stuff sitting around still on belts. But for now, we're just going to let everything kind of fill up a little bit more because I ripped through about 20,000 of them. My expectation was 8,000. And we only got 2 of them, which was not quite what we want. So we're going to have to fix that up. That's fine. Either way, we'll fix that next time as well as the other quality. But this is a good step because we can supplement a lot of the things down the line now. And we rolled 2 of them, which is a nice start already. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Kupo Kupo. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye for now.